Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, we're going to watch a cable nudie classic. This one's called The Joy of Flying. Let's check it out. The film starts with Sylvia on a train.
Are you alright?
She's daydreaming about a naked man. Who is not her boyfriend, by the way. Now we're on the ski slope somewhere.
Darling, can't you wait till we get down?
No. That we should do when we
Now that's George on the right, and that's Sylvia kind of watching them, liking that. I believe that was a fantasy too, because her home life with Kurt is not that great. He's more interested in the soccer game.
I gotta go back to work tonight. I'm taking over the night shift.
She takes a bath, reads a book, and dreams about George.
Why don't you suck off all the poison?
Did you say hello?
Anything you say, darling.
Marilyn, I had no idea you knew about those things.
George is telling his secretary that he had a bee sting.
That's what you're paying me for. I learned all that from my mother. It's a good secretary. It goes too far. You can't just say to a girl, you've got a lovely heart. Oh, why not? For gosh sake. Provided you don't say it to just anybody. You say he has good
Sylvia and her friend Cora.
Nice blue eyes. I mean, I tell you, the society we live in is pure hypocrisy. Like some guy says, you're great in bed, you've got nice boobs. We're actually flattered. But if we say to a guy, you have a gorgeous prick or your cock's divine, they go right up the wall.
Now, Sylvia works in a boutique, and all of a sudden her dream man, George, walks in.
I'm buying a sports car. I'd like to try it out first, okay?
All right, 2 seconds.
And he gets her to try on the dress he's buying for his girlfriend, I guess. But he's getting the dress for her.
Yes, I hope so. You'll deliver it, naturally.
Yes, of course. The address.
It's on your card. It's for Sylvia, Boutique Lady Jane.
For me? What, are you joking?
Okay, I'll pay you 50 marks. Oh, but love.
He's got to get out of his date with his other girlfriend so he can go out with Sylvia now.
Free. All you have to do is make a telephone call, okay? A phone call for this? Yes, you phone in and speak to this person for me. Tell her that I'm going to Frankfurt on business.
So what happened really?
Later on, Sylvia and Cora at the gym.
Anyhow, I was afraid. Afraid of sex?
They're about to get completely naked and exercise and jump in the pool. Can't show you any of that.
That's a lot of bullshit. Possibly, but I just don't get turned on. Look, even a nymphomaniac would become frigid if she had to put out for that creep. Kurt's always up to it, but not me.
She gives her advice.
Sure, that's real easy to say. It's even easier to do. The best way to overcome what ails you is a quick fuck with some complete stranger. What? Don't you see? Then you don't care what he thinks.
She then jumps in the pool with this guy.
Nothing. And I do mean nothing. I'm laughing at your prick, darling. Your poor excuse of a prick.
Huh?
That I can't feel inside me. And today, at last, I had a man who knows how to make me feel. And he took me, and I felt him inside of me like I don't feel you.
He invites her on a trip.
There's no such word, Sylvia. Where there's a will.
Not for me. Just up and quit I can't. Besides, I have vertigo and I'm afraid of flying.
George is involved in some big merger meeting.
Of our respective publishing houses is desirable. We'll surely be able to make the minor adjustments necessary to reach an agreement satisfying to both sides and helpful to all.
That's Olivia Pascal. She plays Maria, the daughter of the guy that George is staying with during this meeting.
He's our best operator in Austria.
Later on, she strips in front of him in the bedroom. She likes the danger, like her father could be around. That's the only way she can do things.
You have a beautiful body, Maria.
Daddy.
Hurry, get your clothes up, hurry. Kiss me, fuck me, come on, make love to me.
Your father's there.
But don't you see it's the danger that turns me on?
Crazy.
She pursues him later on at his hotel,
Yes, of
too.
course, darling, but not now.
And not here. There's no danger.
No, naturally, in a normal...
And she has to go to the bathroom.
Wait in the lobby. I'll join you in a minute.
You mean we'll make it in the lobby?
Oh. Look, any place you want, but not here.
In the Domplatz.
Where?
The Domplatz. It's a park near the fountain. It's full of policemen. You'll be arrested. It's so exciting. I'll scream. A raid list.
Hey, not too dumb, bro. Now get out of here, will you?
I must make pee-pee.
She attacks him in the bathtub against his
Don't
will.
misunderstand me. This is just business. It has to do with my contract.
Just how many did you say? 10 times I said. To make it an even dozen. Have yourself a ball.
He has to apologize.
Shall we take her along?
I swear I was simply raped. She forced herself on me. I tried to resist. I fought with all my might.
Spiders go evil real natural fact.
Sylvia.
Then she hooks up with this painter and goes off to Monte Carlo with
The whole new
him.
world is opening up for you.
Really? So what's new?
Well, for a
His name is
starter,
Malte.
This.
Don't bother.
Meanwhile, George is with another woman named Ilona.
The casino. Are you ready?
Sort of make you feel sexy?
So they've each got new people, and by chance they both have to meet Monte Carlo. And of course they bump into each other.
Hello, George. Hello.
And who's the new chick?
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say your name was, miss?
Elona.
He still has to meet Madame Caballi to finalize this deal.
She's got a voice like Louis Armstrong on the telephone. Come on, Grandma's pushing 80. If she's a day, she's the dog of dogs. Do you really think I've got the hots for that grandmother?
You take your bath later.
They haven't slept
My
together
mother
yet.
said, stay clean and stay healthy. Never miss my morning bath.
Well, my mother told me never to take a bath with a naked man.
With a naked man. Okay.
George is trying to get Malt drunk now.
An understatement. I ring a bell with broads. I'm more than just a superstar, right? None of your old in and out, out and in. No, sir, I get home on a higher plane. You'll see when she comes down. When's that? Perhaps sometime.
Because he wants to get to George, that's why he got him drunk.
Depends
Or
on chicks with feathers, you might
wants to get to Sylvia, I mean.
Sylvia,
Yes.
can I ever love one woman?
If you wanted, you could.
I'd like to. Just jumping from bed to bed, I've tried all that.
Off to meet Madame Caballi again. There's Madame Caballi and Gina Wilson. She has plans for him, but he has to be clean first.
Obligatory, sir.
So
You gotta be kidding.
But I've already had
he gets two women to clean him.
Madam,
Hello, Mr. Brown. I'm pleased you were able to make it today. I hope that you're in the mood for business then. I'm offering 5%. Okay. 15%. If you survive, monsieur. Me. 3%.
So he gets with her, and it's 3% for every time they finish.
This does it for the first 3%.
Now he's going to try to make it 6. But Sylvia's going to catch them.
It's all wrapped up now, huh? Now all we've got to do is to play in the sun and be happy, just you and me.
have yourself a time.
So they go their separate ways and don't see each other for months.
Give a damn, do you?
And then
I almost went right through that
Someone
window.
runs them off the road on a motorcycle, and guess who it is?
It's too bad you didn't, George.
Sylvia.
You haven't forgotten me, how nice.
She tells him that she's had flying lessons and takes him for a ride, and that's our movie. Alright, let's talk about The Joy of Flying. This movie actually, I had it on a beta tape. I taped this probably 1987 or so. I don't know, 86. I don't know. This used to show up on cable on like Showtime, HBO, that sort of thing. It was just a late night German sex comedy, and one when I was a youth. I happened to catch quite a bit for obvious reasons. This film actually has the distinction of being the first movie of its kind that I taped. You know, I had some American movies with nudity, like Porky's and stuff like that. But when it comes to those German titty movies, which I have reviewed many on this channel, this was the very first one I ever had in my collection. So it holds a place in my heart, I guess you could say. It doesn't really, but whatever. Anyway, it's not available on DVD in this country. It is available on DVD in Germany. I don't have that DVD yet, but this is what the cover looks like, and it's called Sylvia S. Malik or something. I don't know what it is, but so this is a homemade box art here, and I burned a DVD of it. It was released on VHS in this country under a couple of titles. One was called Erotic Ways, and there was another one called Sex at 7,000 Feet. Actually, Sex at 7,000 Feet, I think, was a French VHS tape, which I have a bootleg of. Anyway, aside from that, the movie itself, it's a movie starring Corinne Broadbeck. Corinne Broadbeck, I think is her name. You know, as I think back to last time I reviewed this movie, I think I looked her up. She's like a real estate agent somewhere in Germany or something now. But anyway, she is this woman who is her character is sexually unfulfilled. She has this, I don't know if it's her husband or I think it's a boyfriend actually, who's more interested in watching soccer on TV. Michel Jacot, I think, is the actor who plays him. I actually have him in a bunch of movies too. So anyway, she talks to her friend. I think her friend's name is Cora, and Cora basically says you should just sleep around with anybody you want to. Don't even need to know their name, you know, that sort of thing. So she gives her a lot of sexual advice, and she starts taking her advice, and she starts getting into romantic interludes. So along the way, she meets this guy named George, who is a little older than her. In fact, I think he was in his mid-40s when he made this. He's this businessman, jet-setting type of guy, and he's interested in her, and he makes it well known. But then he's got to jet off to somewhere else, and she's afraid to fly, so she's going to meet him. He's got to make this big deal with Madame Cabali, who was played by Ajita Wilson, who was a transsexual who went from male to female. He actually does meet up with Madame Cabali, and Madame Cabali says, I'll make a deal with you, I'm offering 5%. And he says, no, I want 15. And then they make some sort of deal where they're going to sleep together, and every time he can get her off, he gets an extra 3%. So, I don't know, he gets his full 15%. But Sylvia showed up, and she actually saw them doing this, so she got mad. She was actually taken up with some painter at this point, too, and she slept with him. So, I don't know, these people are just sleeping around all over the place. Eventually, the two, Jorge and her, meet up again, and she's mad at him because she slept with Cabal. He slept with Cabali. She takes off. He can't find her. Then, like months later, they meet again on an airstrip. She's now taking flying lessons, and she says, "I took my first solo today, and I can fly now. Fly with me." They fly up, and she scares the shit out of him with all of her daredevil shit she's doing. And then she puts it on autopilot and jumps on him, and then the plane is like bobbing up and down as we see it go over a mountain somewhere. It's like a Benny Hill type thing. They're supposedly allegedly doing it. So anyway, that's the movie. Along the way, there's some clever tunes. Do it, do it, do it, dooby 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 do it. That I think was made by Gerhard Heinz, and I actually have a CD of that song. That song is in a couple of other movies I have too that I reviewed. I can't keep them all straight, but there's also Get It Up, Higher, Higher. That's in this too, and also by Gerhard Heinz on a CD that I have. Oh, the music, everything about this movie is just ridiculous. But if you saw these movies in the 80s, this would bring back unbelievable memories for you, which is what it's doing for me now. I try to watch this movie every few years just because it does have a nostalgic value to me. It's not the greatest movie in the world. It is filled with tons of nudity, if that's what you're looking for, and that's what I was looking for back then in the mid-80s. So anyway, it is the joy of flying, and it's kind of a joy to revisit this thing every few years. It's a fun movie. It's just fun. And of course, Olivia Pascal with her famous line, "I have to make pee-pee." Love that line. Check it out. It's the joy of flying. I don't know where you're going to find this actually, but if you can, find it, watch it. It's kind of fun. It's the joy of flying. Watch it. Bye.